watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So this is going to be part 7 of the Sowbelly collection. I hope you've been enjoying the series thus far. Let's jump right in. Up first we've got this classic Micarta series Sowbelly. And you get satin bolsters on either side with a single stripe. And this light green Micarta handle, which I really like the color of that. It's not like most of the green Micarta that you see. You get a hexagonal shield here with the back-to-back R, and it says hand built on there. Nickel silver pins, great transitions on both sides. Really well built. And I just like the way that they did the Micarta on this. The blades are more modern style, but they are sort of a satin finish here, not the mirror finish that we're used to seeing. Again, the back-to-back R tank stamps, and you have really solid pulls on these. Swedges, max strike pull, half stops, but it is a very solid pull on that one, probably an 8. And then you have the sheep's foot with the swedge, back-to-back R there, and your spade blade. Just overall presentation, really nice knife. Nice and clean design. Really well done. Good snap on all these blades. Really like the pull on that main blade. So there you have that. Classic Micarta. Okay, up next we have the Amber Smooth Bone. Now this has this chest piece handle. I think there's a name for that particular shield, and I just can't come up with it right off the top of my head. But there is a specific name for that. Maybe somebody can point that out in the comments. But it's almost like a tobacco smooth bone. More or less is. They've called it Amber Smooth Bone. But you have the single thread bolsters on either side. Nickel silver. And then that shield. And again, like I say, it's like a caramel tobacco smooth bone looking handle. But they're calling it Amber Smooth Bone. So we'll just go with that. And let's take a look at the blades. Now this is an older one, so no swedging and no half stops. Get the match strike pull and the horseshoe tank stamp on the clip blade. Sheep's foot and spade blade, all with the horseshoe tank stamps. Just a beautiful knife. They do a really good job with that amber color there. So another really pretty knife. Not one easy to find either. And that chest piece shield, there's not a lot of knives with that on it in the Rough Rider line, so rather unique there too. Okay, so Amber Smooth Bone. Up next we have an orange smooth bone. Now this one's the bomb shield, and you get brass pins on this one. Nickel silver bolsters on either side with a single stripe. Get the brass liners. There's a look at the back. You can see it's sort of a palish orange, and this is an older one as well. Got the horseshoe tang stamp on the 2 secondary blades. A good look at the front there and the back. No swedging or anything like that, but you do have the match strike pulls. And let's have a look at the main blade. And it's a clip point. Good pulls on these. No half stops. Just the natural kind of half stop, but no designed half stop. Mirror finish blades, like on most 440A stainless. Pretty good snap all around. So that is the orange smooth bone. Now I have another version of the orange smooth bone. The reason I bought it, well, for 2 reasons. It's got a different shield on it, so it's a different version of it. It's got the same model number. Okay, and you can see that the difference in color can vary quite a bit in the same series. Now, obviously, this is a later release, and they probably just used a different method to dye it, and that's fine. But it just gives you another option to maybe, even though you already have a version of a knife, this is so much different that it's almost like a entirely new knife, right? Different shield, and the color is considerably different. So we'll look at the blades here. You got your spay blade here and your sheep's foot on that side. And you don't have any tang stamps on these blades. Again, that horseshoe shield, really bright orange handle. And let's take a look at the clip point blade. You do have a tang stamp on it, as well as a blade etch. So you get the anvil blade etch. It says tested sharp with the RR inside the anvil there. And then on the tang, what is this? Oh yes, the anvil tang stamp, which is pretty rare. You don't get a lot of those on there either. So just another tang stamp that you don't typically see. But this is an older model, so it's pretty early. And yeah, I would say this is one of the earlier, really early knife in the Rough Rider line. Okay, so orange smooth bone, and just a different version of that knife. Now we have the Gunstock bone, and you have the nickel silver bolsters here again with the one thread Gunstock pattern on this brown smooth or brown bone. And you get the propeller shield on this one, which is a little different. Don't see that one a lot either. Definitely an older design. We look at the secondary blades. We do get that same tang stamp on the spay blade on this one. And then on this side, the same. So you get the anvil tang stamp on all three blades on this guy. It's going to be difficult. And again, you get the tang stamp on the main clip blade as well. No swedging, match strike pulls. I do like the check material. I've always been a fan of the Gunstock as it is, as far as a handle material. Give you a lot of grip. Pretty aggressive grip, but not so much that it's hurting your hand or anything. And there's the back. It's like nickel silver pins on it, or probably, well, could be brass pins actually. Take that back. Brass pins. Yeah. So Gunstock bone, propeller shield, Rough Rider Sowbelly. Okay, up next, this is one of my favorites. It's from the long rifle series. This one was a pretty tough find. Took me quite a while to find this one. And then when I found it, like weeks later, I found the second one. So now I have two, and I carry one of these. This is not the one I carry. But you get the nickel silver bolsters on either side, and then the long rifle on a brown smooth bone. That shield's pretty neat looking. Old flint stock type rifle. And nice clean bolsters on it. The back just completely void of anything but the nice brown smooth bone material there. Let's take a look at the blades. So your sheep's foot on this side, we've just got match strike pulls. On the reverse, you can see there's no tang stamps on these, no swedges. And the main clip point blade has a Red Ryder script tang stamp on it. and then a blade etch. This says long rifle. No half stops on these, no swedging, nothing like that. It's before its time. But this comes in a tin with a sleeve. Looks like this. So these are pretty tough to find. They do pop up, but you know, just like anything, you usually won't find the pattern you're looking for when you find them. All right, this next one is pretty special. This is kind of what started me on my journey of collecting these Sowbellys, this white smooth bone. I've told the story before, but when I went into Smoky Mountain Knife Works, where I bought this, just kind of blown away by the store and its immense size and all the things that were there, and didn't really know what to buy or what not to buy, but ended up with this and always been happy with the pattern ever since. So kind of spawned my journey into buying these Sowbellys. So this was the first Rough Ryder Sowbelly that I ever bought. You got the reverse R tank stamps on here, and the match strike pulls. There you get look at the white smooth bone. You do get a little bit of character in the bone there. There'll be some spotting in it that kind of makes it look all the better. There again, the reverse R, or excuse me, back-to-back R tank stamp. And you can see no swedging on this, just that match strike pull, no half stops either. Nice snap on it. Now I bought a second one of these because this knife means quite a bit to me, and if I ever wanted to buy a second duplicate knife, this would definitely be top of the list. So I've got two of these and I carry one regularly. But that's the one to keep in pristine condition. Okay, up next we have a Masonry Tribute knife. You have the Masonry logo there. And then this blue smooth bone, which is really attractive. It's also a bluish green color, really deep blue color. Single striped bolsters on either end, nickel silver with the brass pins, brass liners. And this one's got quite a bit of billboarding on it. You do have the horseshoe tank stamps on this one. Match strike pulls, no swedging. Pretty good pull on these guys, good snap. And then this main blade has, you know, the etching on it that says "in search of more light." And then again with the Masonry logo. So if you're into the Masons and that kind of thing, which I think there's been a lot of stuff branded with that, so people probably aren't enamored with seeing it on knives because it's kind of been emblazoned on so many different things. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, and I really like the handle color, so I'm all right with it. And the fact that it is another one of the Sowbellys to try to collect from Rough Ryder. Okay, up next we have the Once in a Blue Moon series Sowbelly. Now this knife was the first of two that I bought, and you'll see that this one has really faint color on the handle. And I was like, well, it's interesting, but I'd kind of like to have what I thought I was going to buy, which was more of a solid blue like this one here. So this is supposed to be blue smooth bone, but it, like you can see, it's like very faint. There's a lot of white in it, top to bottom. But you get this crescent shield here, and then two nickel silver bolsters with that single thread again. Let's take a look at the blades. Now these have a little bit of a light pull on them. And the right side's a little better. Sheep's foot is a little weak. But the horseshoe tank stamp on both blades and the match strike pole, mirror finished, 440A, stainless steel. And we'll take a look at the main blade. This has a blade etch on it. And you can see it says "Once in a Blue Moon." It's a reverse etch. So it's frosted, and then the lettering is normal. And you got a little picture of a boy sitting on the moon with a star shooting by. So this is from the Once in a Blue Moon series. Now I found quite a few of these on eBay, but they've kind of dried up recently. So it was quite a few of them, and now I'm not seeing them as much. But not saying you wouldn't be able to find it with enough time, but not the most common either. But as I said before, I went ahead and got a second one of these because I was hoping to find one that was more, what I was expecting when I bought the other, and get the deeper blue handle on it. Same knife, so I'm not going to show the blades again, but yeah, just a deeper color, and gives you an idea that not all of the knives are created the same. All a little different, going to have their variations in it. You can see this is same knife, Once in a Blue Moon. So just a second one of those. Okay, and the last knife for this part 7, we've got the Diamond Gem. Now this is on a black smooth bone handle, and you get this very unique shield. I think it was only done for this series of knives. It's got the diamond on it and the RR stamp, and not back to back, but front to front. And the thing about this one was this was a knife devoted to a individual that Stuart Harvey told me the name of, and now I've forgotten. Maybe he can come in the comments and tell us, but it's for a particular person, and Diamond Gem, and it's on the packaging. Not his name, not his full name, but like a cartoon caricature of Jim, and he's playing poker, and this comes with like a plastic boot in the packaging. It's all part of the presentation of this Diamond Gem knife. But I really like the black smooth bone, that's why I got it, and I like the shield. It was just different from anything else that Rough Riders made. Now this is also available in the single bladed lockback. I have yet to purchase that because, as I said in that video when I talked about that knife, it's just kind of expensive on eBay right now. But you have two blades here with the Horseshoe tang stamps and the match right pulls. They're mirror finished, no swedging on them. Good pull on them, very snappy. No half stops either. And here's the primary blade, the clip blade, and you can see there it says Diamond Gem and reverse etched. And yeah, Stuart, if you're watching, go ahead and remind me who it is this was commemorating. What Diamond Gem? There was a person, and I've forgotten who it is. Somebody who's since died. But there you have that. That's the 11th and final knife of this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. And we'll see you over on part 8. Okay, guys, take care.